Hi, this is Josh, Dream Body Clinic. Welcome to DBC Diaries, episode 59. I am here with returning patient Gary. Welcome back, Gary.
Welcome.
Thanks. So we were just talking, and you were here last year, and you were saying you initially had a TIA, which is kind of like a mini stroke, right?
Yeah.
That's probably the easiest way to explain it. And then you had a full-on stroke, and you said you were experiencing aphasia, which means it's getting tougher to talk. Right?
Yeah.
And so last year we did the intrathecal and we did cerebrovascular, and I guess you're back again. So curious how it worked for you, how you're feeling, and what's going on.
I think it staved off the treatment. I think it staved off the onset of the disease.
Yeah, you said it felt like the aphasia was really starting to hit you, and that means, you could have lost the ability to communicate, right? That's kind of what that does.
Yeah.
And
I was a financial advisor in my prior life, but I had to retire.
Yeah, got it. So it's tough. So you've had that. We did the intrathecal and cerebrovascular first, and your wife is here too. She was doing, I think, her hip. So the cells have worked good for you.
And the knee.
And the knee, correct. And, we did another round this time of the intrathecal. We tried to nebulize this time too.
Yeah.
That'll get the cells to the mucous membrane so they can get to the carotid artery and go to the brain. So we're hitting it from every angle we can.
Yeah.
And hopefully, this is the thing. We always hope it's one and done, but, stroke recovery is difficult, and it's not always that. So sometimes it might take a couple of treatments, but as long as we keep getting improvements, it's better than anything else they have out there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because in the U.S., they'll throw some pills at you, and just that's about all they can do. They really don't have much for it, unfortunately. So my mom had a TIA a few years ago, and that's when she found out she had a hole in her heart. And I found out I had a hole in my heart. We got that fixed. And I was talking with a potential patient yesterday. It's about my age, like early 40s. And he had a full-on stroke because of that hole in his heart. And the standard of care is insane. Like, they don't want to fix these kind of issues. And, there's a lot of things you can do. So I always tell people at home too, there's certain tests you should look into as you start getting older. Like, I just did a calcium score. I wanted to see if there was any plaque buildup.
Me too.
Yeah, you did one of those? Okay.
Yeah.
And have they recommended like any other scans to kind of check for potential stroke markers?
They have done all this could.
Yeah. So they're always looking into the blood work. There's ultrasounds, MRIs. The only problem with the MRIs is they typically want to use contrast.
And PET scan, and they've done that.
So a PET scan would probably be a better option if you're trying to be preventative. Look, you don't want to do them too often either, because there's a lot of radiation and such. But, these are things we have to start thinking about as we get older. And the great part with something like this, the IV of stem cells like you just did, is it's very preventative. A lot of things like stroke, diseases, aging, it all starts with inflammation. And the mesenchymal stem cells, they target inflammation, they reduce it, if not eliminate it, and fix the underlying problem. So, there's a huge, huge area of like being preventative just with like the IV. We're also seeing a lot of with DNA methylation tests that you can check your biological age before and after. And the IV
59.
59, okay. Got it.
Watch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Garmin.
Oh, okay, got it. So with the watch. But with the DNA methylation, you've not done that, have you?
No.
Yeah, so with the DNA methylation test, it'll show you your age versus biological on the cellular level. And we're getting really good results that people that do the IV and come back are consistently seeing that age go down. So, we don't expect to live forever, but we want to get to the end as best we can. That's our goal here, right? So yeah. Well, Gary, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for sharing, and
thank you.
We'll keep going and get you better and go from there. All right.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you. I'm Josh, Dream Body Clinic. If you want to learn more, go to www.dreambody.clinic. You can call us toll free at 888-704-3977. I'm Josh. Happy to help.